Good morning or afternoon, depending on what time you're listening to this podcast, and welcome to Do Geese Have Udders, the show where we ask the unanswered and answer the unasked, looking at news and online stuff too. I'm Mark Gooch, and joined by my good friend Matthew Thompson. You right, Matt?
Oh, I've got tea on the Beatles.
Good. Then let's start the show.
I've just added the sugar
To your tea.
I got a metal cup, look, proof. Got a tea bag, tea flavoured.
Are you mixing it with a fork?
Oh, I had a teaspoon, but it's covered in ramen. So I got hot water. I don't want to pour it on my leg. Thank you for the subscribers. You unlocked this kettle, and I am burning my hand right now.
Yeah, metal cup was a fantastic idea, wasn't it? For scorching hot water.
No, it wasn't.
Anyway, on the topic of tea, Matt, this reminds me. It was only this morning, actually.
Can I pause you right there?
Yes, you can.
I'm adding the milk now. Alright, go on.
Didn't realize this was an ASMR channel again. Cooking channel.
Making tea is not cooking. I'm sorry. Making tea is not cooking. There's no
I
skill.
wouldn't say, Matt, I'm not looking at you going, geez, this man's a chef.
This is more chemistry than cooking.
Yes. I actually really agree with you on that. Because it does. You've got to be very skilled to make a good cup of tea, but I don't think it counts for being a chef.
No.
Anyway, for the fourth time now, this morning, I finally decided to look up a website I heard about ages ago. And it was a website where you put in all the contents of your fridge, and it'll tell you what meals you can make using things. Well, that's what I told one of my friends, because she was, she still is a student, and she's like, oh, what should I have for dinner tonight? I'm like, I've got no idea. I don't know what's in your fridge. And then she was like, ugh. And I was like, well, tell me what was in your fridge, or what you can remember. And then finally decided to look up this website. I'm trying to remember the exact name of it now. Supercook, that's it.
Supercook.
So supercook.com.
This is not sponsored.
This is not sponsored. This is the same as when you told me about that website a few episodes back.
Yeah, Fix My Street.
That's the one. And I decided to have a little experiment with it. And so I think, Matt, why don't you tell me some foods, and I'll tell you what we can make out of it. So these are some basic foods, basically. So raw foods help a lot better. So that's things like, an actual apple or something, or actual chicken or chicken fillets. Because I tried typing in southern fried chicken strip things, and it just didn't know what I was talking about. So why don't you give me some foods, Matt?
Well, is it like, can I give you like pasta sauce? Or is it like carrot, tomato, lettuce, cucumber?
Pasta sauce, yeah, I did that.
Give you some,
By the way, whatever stuff it tells me that you can make of these doesn't mean that it's using all of those ingredients.
I
it's just saying
understand.
at least with these ingredients.
Pasta sauce tea bags.
Right, now I'm going to stop you right there. When I was doing this test as well, that's why I brought this up now. I put tea as well. You'll be really surprised about the stuff that you can make using tea. So pasta sauce, tea. What else we got?
Pasta sauce, tea, coffee, salami in the back of the fridge. That's been there for a while.
What, salami?
Salami, pepperoni.
Salami, yeah.
Cereal.
Will it take cereal? It takes cereal, yep.
What else?
Right, it took cereal, but it wouldn't take me southern fried chicken fillets. That's outrageous.
Broccoli. I'm going to give it an easy one. Potatoes. You can make a lot of stuff with potatoes. That is the god food, if you ask me.
Of course it is.
And then rabbit.
Oh my god, a rabbit.
Throwing that in, you can eat rabbits.
Yeah, I know, it's taking rabbit, but again, it still wouldn't take me southern fried chicken fillets. I'm still surprised that it took cereal, but yeah.
Yeah, do you want any more?
Yeah, give me one more.
Asparagus.
It'll be amazing if all these are the stuff that are just in your fridge as well.
Some of them are. Not the rabbit.
Asparagus. Right, so just to recap, we got asparagus, broccoli, cereal, coffee, pasta sauce, potato, rabbit, salami, and tea. Let's see what we could possibly make using some of these, if anything. Right, so it's given me a list of at least 128 things you can make.
Really?
Using those. So, it's just got things, from...
Cereal with rabbit.
So, stuff called Just For You tea, which apparently is made using coffee and tea.
Yeah. Not a fan of coffee.
Oh my, you've got...
Oh, I left the tea bag in it. Whoops, I did a you.
You did a me.
Could you do me a favour just for
Hey, it says you can make an iced tea, Matt. And do you know what you can make using that iced tea?
Oh, okay. Mind the sofa.
Where am
Mind the
I putting this tea back?
Behind you, mind the sofa.
Oh, the bin, yeah. So iced tea, obviously you can just make using tea.
And ice.
Giving you basic things again, like, just do a baked potato. You could make
Classic.
make your own chips as well. What else have we got? I want to find one where it's actually
You
using...
send me this link. I actually want to use
Of
this.
course I can. Where it's using 2 ingredients, because obviously some of these it's just saying... Obviously just
Yeah,
the main...
I'm craving asparagus right now.
I'm
And
looking.
I
I'm
want
looking
my
for something
pea
with
to
asparagus.
smell like
I'm looking
a
for
god.
Stuff. I'm looking for stuff to asparagus.
When I mark my territory, I want the dogs to know that
hot
I've eaten
potatoes,
asparagus.
Halloween mashed potatoes. I've got no idea what that is. Oh, they've made their mashed potato look like a brain. That's a good idea for stuff on
Halloween themed.
Yeah. What else we got here? Loads of stuff. Hot German potato salad. It's just telling me coffee.
Coffee.
You can make
tea.
coffee, Matt, using all those things.
I'm craving asparagus and rabbit. I need something with those in it.
There's a list here of 25 ways with asparagus, it says. What else we got here?
Fried, cook, veg.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at these 25 ways with asparagus, see what that tells me. Because it's a fantastic website. It really is, especially if you're like, oh, there's nothing in the fridge. There probably is.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the basic thing, as you said, like even if you just got one potato, you can make a jacket potato out of that. Might need to find some butter, to be fair, but what have I got here? Bear with me. Oh, it's telling me how to cook asparagus. Cook it on the barbecue as well. You could make... Oh, yeah, apparently asparagus is at its best from April to June. So if you want to have your asparagus, Matt, around then would be...
best to eat.
Yeah, would be the best
I thought it was best to be one.
It's the best time to be an asparagus, Matt, yeah, April to June. You could do crumbled asparagus with saffron yogurt.
That sounds disgusting.
Asparagus.
I haven't got saffron yogurt in my fridge. That is a pointless idea.
Asparagus gnocchi with pistachio crumbs. Is it pistachio? That's not pistachio. There you go. This one you might be able to do. Spring minestrone soup. You got no idea what that is, do you? But you can make it. Is the point?
I understand soup.
Yeah, I mean, granted, some of the stuff it actually does say you can buy some more of. But then again, I mean, if you're looking in your fridge and you've got asparagus, then why didn't you make sea trout, new potato, and asparagus tray bake with drilled mustard sauce? Because then you've got, at least a key element there. Anyway, point being is, it's a good website.
Yeah,
it really
I like
is.
the premise of it.
It is. It's fantastic. You can get it as an app as well, actually. Might as well just say that now. But
Mike, we're not sponsored. Please calm down.
Basically, you're never going to need to starve again now, Matt.
Unless there's nothing in my fridge.
So, a little while ago, I saw a post online, as we often do.
Amazing.
And we often see the same posts, to be fair, a lot of the time, so I wouldn't be surprised if you've heard this one already.
Was it on
as well.
Instagram?
It was on Instagram.
We probably saw it.
It was the question to rival the Do Geese Have Udders question.
Yes.
And it's that good a question in my books, Matt. And it's very simply, you enjoying your tea?
Mm-hmm.
Is it better than your soup thing was?
Oh, yeah. I like the sugar. I don't normally have sugar in my tea, but this is it is needed. It's quite cold in here.
Lovely. So, the question, Matt, is, are chameleons pointless?
Well, you could say is every animal pointless. If
And
you
I know
don't
you-
eat
I-
them...
No. Here's why, though, Matt.
Are you going to let me answer?
No, because I'm going to tell you before you answer.
But then what?
Okay, not going to tell you. I'm going to advance on the question more.
I'm
before
gonna change my answer. Are chameleons pointless?
Can I explain why they're pointless, though?
No, because I want to guess.
Okay.
Well, they changed their colour. That's pretty cool. If you could get that gene out of a chameleon, shove it into like a moose, or that's just the first animal that came to my head, or like a dog that can just change colour. Well, I mean, you'd lose that instantly, but it would be quite cool. But what about you?
Right, so you're saying they're not pointless?
No, well, if you can take the genes out of it and put it into another animal, you can have a goldfish that could be a little disco ball in the little tank, turning red, blue.
Yeah, I remember going to those discos where they didn't have a disco ball; they just shoved a chameleon on the roof, and
that would be skits.
They're not that reflective, chameleons.
Yeah, I know. Disco ball was a bad.
It was
analogy.
a very bad. Yeah. So the reason being why chameleons are pointless is because, as you correctly said, the main thing about chameleons, which we all know about, is that they can change colour.
Yes.
And they do that obviously to blend in with their surroundings to avoid predators in the wild or in the pet shop. Surely the fact that we can see them means that they have failed at their camouflage, which means that they have failed at their only job, and surely means the fact they're a chameleon is pointless.
Well, yeah.
And it just makes them a basic lizard.
Unless they're standing still, you're very unlikely to see them. It's when they start to move the humans notice them. If you want to Google something, Google when the first chameleon was found or noticed.
Are you asking me to do this?
I mean, I could do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can do
I can just picture them looking at a tree and being like, "Yo, man, is that tree moving? What is in this tree?
How big is that chameleon, man?
Bruv, it's moving. Whoa, just that one part there is moving.
That's
It's
a normal,
looking at me.
That's a normal tree, man.
Bob, the tree's looking at... Bob, it's moving! Like, I could just imagine something on those lines.
The trees move
Well,
anyway.
just the little bit of tree is moving.
That bit of the tree shouldn't move, is what you
Bob,
mean.
the tree's changing colour, man.
How big is this chameleon? It's just a bunch of chameleons all together,
It's a nest.
and they're not blending in with the surroundings. They've made themselves into a tree, basically. Tree made of chameleons.
That is a video game right there. You mine trees, they turn into
Chameleons. Yeah.
Kill
So
them.
yeah, so that was my point. Surely that we know they exist means that they've failed at their only job.
That'd be something quite cool.
What?
Putting the chameleon gene into trees or plants. So
Why? So you'd
'cause
walk
they
around and
change.
just bump into things.
Well,
Trees do change. Trees are
change colour. So the,
Yes,
the
they
bark
do.
would
With
not
this-
be brown. It would be like red, and then you go in spring, it would be red.
But the
or
bark
blue.
doesn't do that because the leaves do.
Oh yeah, I'm just turning into the Lorax, not the Lorax. What's that film? The Lorax. Oh, beautiful.
Jesus. Anyway, that's my verdict. I think now, after reading that, chameleons are pointless because they failed at their only job, which is to camouflage.
Yeah, I mean, the squids do it better. The octopuses do it better.
They do.
Yeah.
But then again, surely the fact that we know those octopuses exist means that they've failed with blending in with their surroundings.
Well, I'd rather mess with a chameleon than an octopus. Yeah, but that's just my opinion.
Why?
So the octopus, I think, have little like hooks in their suckers. This could just be one kind.
They have a beak
Yes,
in
correct.
their mouth.
Yes, but the suckers also have little hooks.
I don't know if they have hooks, but I know that they're just incredibly strong.
Yeah, they are. They can like rip your arm out the socket.
Yeah.
Do you know what else is a really cool fact I found out when I was researching? Well, not researching. I was looking on the internet. They have finally captured the colossal squid on camera. You know, the biggest squid.
I read something about this. Yes,
I
for the
know.
first time.
I saw the video. It's quite amazing.
They're huge creatures,
Oh
aren't
man,
they?
the eye went past. It's like, what is this? And it's like, oh my god.
Something
It's
out
the rest
of like
of it.
yeah, something out of like Jurassic Park or something.
Yeah, it's quite cool how they captured it though.
How did they capture it?
They used lights because you know in the deep they have like there's like special fish that can do lights.
There's fish and then plankton are very reflective.
Not reflective. That's not the right word.
Um,
Luminous? No.
Yes.
They can create lights and things, and the colossal squid is how they mate. So they see the light and they're like, oh, I can with that.
You're thinking of like the anglerfish.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Well,
one,
not really.
the one,
like,
the one,
it's-
from, the one from Nemo,
it's
where it had the
hard-
thing
yeah,
dangling in front
I
of
know
it.
the anglerfish.
Yes.
It's not that. It's very sciencey. It's quite insane how fish can like create electricity and lights. That's a whole different topic. But yeah, they mimicked that, and the squid was like, I want to bang boom with that. So it came over and they got it on camera,
Oh,
which I think is quite awesome. I like
fantastic!
squids.
Especially as you picture how large the ocean is for them to
No, I can't picture that. It's too big.
to find that place.
It's like
it's like-
two Degger buses.
Yeah, the ocean is definitely at least double-decker
It's
buses.
the Harana Trench or whatever it's called.
Mariana Trench.
Mariana Trench. That is insane. I swear we haven't even explored that yet.
We have, but we haven't explored a lot of it. I don't know if you watched Blue Planet 2 when that was on
Not
BBC.
two. I have seen number one. I should check
So
that out.
they sent a camera down there, and it was just incredible the way they did it, and they dropped it to the very bottom to prove, that they could go there. And obviously, it's so dark down there. The picture is so grainy and of low quality because obviously it's the type of camera and equipment that they had to send down there. It's only a little bit of equipment, like
Well, yeah,
no
it's got-
diver
it's-
went down there.
You forget the pressure down there.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is that the pressure on it would, if that was just the normal camera, it would just crushed it.
Maybe we should donate a torch next
But-
time.
Donate to, yeah, okay. We'll get in contact with Attenborough and his team. And we'll drop him a torch.
Maybe I didn't think about it. Or
No,
just
maybe I didn't.
attach an anglerfish to it.
Well, jeez. Right. So anyway, so they sent the camera down there,
Yeah.
and they were looking for life down there because they wanted to know if anything could live down there.
Oh yeah, they can.
Yeah. And they caught this tiny little fish swimming past. And as far as we're aware, or as far as we can prove, that creature is the lowest creature in the earth that we know about. That little fish.
That little fish.
That little fish. And it was just amazing to watch. The camera sat there for so long, and then just all of a sudden, just this little fish goes, and they're like, proof that something can live down there. Something can live in such darkness.
Yes.
And obviously, then if that's down there, it's feeding on something, which would either be just little plankton in the sea.
I don't think plankton can survive in that pressure.
Plankton can surprise.
There's a lot of pressure down there, Michael.
For plankton, it's not plankton from SpongeBob, but is it?
No. That's too big. No, it might do, but I personally don't think plankton would be able to survive down there. There's a lot of pressure.
We'll have to look at it. I'll show you the episode when we.
But do you know what?
At some point.
Can I
Yeah, of course you can talk, Matt.
I was going to say, do you know what?
You don't need my permission to talk.
Thank you, Master. Thank you.
What's insane is the electric eel.
Yes.
How it creates electricity to zap people. It is insane. Do you know how they do it?
Not exactly, no.
They just tense. They have loads of muscle fibers which are really close together, and they just tense it, and it goes zap, and it creates electricity. It's insane.
So it's like the reverse of what we do. When we get electrocuted, the reason that we allegedly throw ourselves, basically.
Yeah, but they do it.
Is because obviously our muscles tense, and so they just bang.
Yeah, it's like that, but they can actually. It's actually insane. Like how they do it. Like
Fish are incredible creatures.
You can imagine, like, if say a rat. Oh, I'm just talking about Pikachu, innit? It's like just. Oh, I stepped on my breadsticks.
Again.
Oh, let me just move. But yeah, like, you can imagine like a mammal, like a land mammal, just being able to zap you if you get near it, like a little mouse running about, and then you're like,
Hi there, little mouse. Zap.
Yeah, you just like get caught in a mouse trap, all of a sudden there's a little explosion in the corner of the room, like, got it.
Finally got that Pikachu.
Yeah, I caught it, but sadly it's in 2 pieces.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And why not follow us on Twitter too, because we post updates, behind the scenes stuff, and just general other news about the channel. Link in the description below. Got any topics or questions that you think need a proper answer, or maybe have yet to even be asked? Drop it in the comments below and we might include it in a future episode. Until next time.